Starting from today, I will upload daily for 30 days, and in each video, I will include 3 challenge links which you can play completely for free. I will explain my guess in every round, so if you are a beginner, I'm sure you will learn a lot from this series, but if you are a better player, you are very welcome to challenge my score or play it as a daily challenge. It is also totally fine if you just want to watch the video. The first map we are going to play today is a community world, ACW, which is kind of the gold standard of the map. It has a good diversity of the country distributions and it is not extremely difficult. I will play no moving so I can explain the rounds better, and 2 minutes is definitely more than enough. The link will be in the description if you don't want me to spoil, so you better play it now, and let's get started. So the first round, you can see is a little bit hilly, and you get this car meta. I know not every people like that, but it's very useful. So when you see this red Google car, you are in Ukraine, and this black and white curve is also very common in there. And because of the hilliness, I want to say is this part of the country, like this area is very hilly. Other than that, Ukraine is quite flat in other areas usually, so we cannot see the plate. We only can see it's a long license plate which is suitable for Europe. And yeah, it is a bridge. Maybe we can try to line up the angle. I don't know if I can find that. Maybe it's not even in this area, but I will try to. Yeah, there are a lot of rivers you can see, and it's very hard to pick the right one. There are tons of them, so I cannot find it, and I will just send it to see. Yeah, it's this kind of area, so the hilliness you need to send here. Ukraine is quite a big country. Okay, so you can see the bridge is here, the angle also lined up, but it is more near to the Slovakia border. In Ukraine, that's a very good score. Let's continue, and we have the soil color is quite distinctive, and you can see this is Ghana with this Google car again. So when you see the black tape in the front right of the car, this is the roof rack. So if you see the black tape, you're in Ghana. This is one of the most recognizable, and most beginner will learn this car meta like first, or yeah. And even with this sticker, you can narrow down the region. And when I look at this plant, I think it is more near the coast, but there are not a lot of them, just like a couple of them. And you can see I think we're more humid in the south, so I will just hatch in Kumasi. I'm not sure which region this is, so let's just click Kumasi and see where it is. It's more near the river, so maybe it makes sense for the soil color. And let's see the next one here. This is not an easy one. So we have the fences here, which makes me think of Mexico, and we can always look at the sun, but it seems like it's very cloudy. It's not very useful. So these fences is common in several countries like Colombia. You can also find in Mexico. So Colombia and Mexico could be very difficult to distinguish sometimes. And Brazil also have some fences like this. I don't know, just look at the soil. I don't think there are a lot of unpaved road in Colombia, but this just don't look like Colombia to me. I don't know why. Maybe the camera or something like that just don't look like Colombia to me. Could be Mexico, could be Brazil. I don't know, I'm leaning towards Brazil, but it always can be Mexico. And I don't see any pole, which is usually very useful. If you get hilly in Brazil, I will go to like this area near the coast. There actually is quite a big mountains there. Could it be Mexico? Maybe I want to switch to Mexico. I don't know. Let's stay here and see what is the. Yeah, it is Mexico. Okay, in Oaxaca, the state. Usually it's quite helpful if you can see the sun. And the next one, we are in Norway. So because of this horse, no, I'm just kidding, because of this car. So this green license plate you can find in Norway. There are like some types of vehicles in Norway will have this green plate. The normal car, they only just like normal in Europe, they will have a white plate. But this green plate, you will know this is Norway. And you can also look at the landscape here. Norway is a very mountainous country, and Norway is a country that is quite difficult to region guess. I don't feel this is very north. There are a lot of trees. I'm going near this area, and let's see, it's more north. Again, it's very difficult to region guess Norway. Let's go to the last round to see what we got here. Okay, so this is New Zealand. You can definitely feel New Zealand. It's very green, and usually it's very hilly. Sometimes you can see mountains as well. Don't know about this station here. This is a New Zealand pole, very typical one. And these fences, I don't know, people say when they are very close together, you are usually in north, and if they are very far, then you are in the south. But I got it wrong quite a lot of time, I don't know why. To me, this one with the fake one here and some thin one here, very close together, I will think it is more north, and it looks more north too. This area is quite mountainous in the south, so I think north makes sense here. And of course, the road sign could help. There are different road signs in different area in New Zealand, but this one I don't recognize. So I would just say we are in the North Island, and I will just click here because I don't know where to click. And yeah, it is North Island, and that's a good score. So yeah, the score is not very good for me. Mainly because of the Mexico-Brazil one. And yeah, at least I've mentioned Mexico, so at least it's a 50-50 for me. The second map we are going to play today is an improved world. Again, we are playing no moving because it's better for me to explain the things. Why I choose this map is because this map is more difficult, but this is the map using in the rank right now. So if you play duos, when you play no moving or NMPZ, this is the map they are using. When you're playing no moving, you're playing ACW, the map I just played. So now I'm going to play this map. It's more difficult, so with less information, hope I can get a good score here. So first we are starting in the United States. This triangle thing here is very common in the US. And then okay, actually we have that thing. So this thing, white, black and white thing there, I think it's a Minnesota thing. So Minnesota is here, and you can see a lot of this kind of post box in the US. And this mushroom top, that's what how I call it. You can see like a mushroom, maybe is that an insulator or something like that. So that is very common in the US, also in Canada. So if you are in, let's say in Europe, you see this, you probably not in Europe, maybe think of US. Yeah, I will just click more near the town. And let's see, is it Minnesota? Yeah, it is Minnesota because of that. I don't know, is that a sticker or something? It's not a sticker, definitely, but yeah, that black and white thing. We can look at that again. This thing here. I don't know, they are really like a circle like this. Sometimes they are just flat. But yeah, this is only in Minnesota. So very good. And then we go to the next one. This one is Brazil. So I can explain the sun thing here. So you can see the compass here, and the sun is to the north, so we are in southern hemisphere. And the background noise now you can hear is the train coming, so just ignore that. And in Brazil they use long license plate. In Mexico they use short license plate. So usually in South America, they will have a mix. Some of them use short license plate and long license plate, but in Brazil they use long license plate. And another way to talk about this is Brazil is because of this sign here. You can see the black back of the sign. It's very common in Brazil, which is rarer in other countries. And you can see the kind of reddish soil here in Brazil. I'm thinking of this area. Area code is very useful in Brazil, but I cannot find any. I think this one is more closer to like maybe Piranha, or actually I get a better score in my first click, but it's fine. It's Brazil, it's a big country. It's not easy to guess, and we got another Brazil, seems like. Yeah, so this is a Brazilian pole, I assume. Yes, so it's not very clear, but you can see like some of the sections here. 1, 2, 3, 3 sections. Again, you can see the soil color. It's kind of a red soil. And this one is more dry. When it's more dry, I tend to send more northeast. I would just, because of the dryness, I'm going to say maybe this area. Yeah, let's see where it is. Yeah, it's kind of northeast part of it, but it is to Tocantins. Yeah, the north of Tocantins. And let's look at round 4. Okay, we have something to talk about this round. And so this one, you can see a outer dashed white line. It is very common in some country. For example, Sweden. Sweden is the most common country to have these lines. You can also find it in Estonia, so sometimes it's quite baity. But with this red house, you can usually see it in the Nordic country, Norway, Sweden, Finland is very common. But with the short dashed line, it should be in Sweden. And I don't think this is very north. Looking at the trees, they are quite thick. If you've got a lot of very thin and very short trees, you will send more north. But this for me is just will not be very north. And yeah, just kick like near this town or okay, I'm not going to pronounce that. Let's see. It's not a bad score. So let's go to the last round and see. And we are in Norway. So you may ask, okay, this is like didn't you just talk about this is the Swedish road line? So if you look at it closely, this one is longer. If you see a longer white dashed line, you are in Norway. Yeah, Sweden short dashed line, Norway long dashed lines. And also you can tell apart these two countries from the chevrons. So these chevrons you can see is yellow arrow with black background, and in Sweden it is blue and yellow. So it's the Swedish flag color. So when you see black and yellow, you know it is not Sweden. So in Norway they use this color of chevrons. And again, I don't think this is very north of the country. Maybe guess like here, just end here, and it's very south. It's just in here. We got a better score this time because we didn't get the wrong country. I think it's a good score for like 20k, especially when we get like 2 Brazil round. It's not too bad about the score, and very happy with that. Clues with that Minnesota. I don't know what they call that black and white thing. Oh, did I forgot to set up it as a challenge? Can I do it like that? No. Oh, link was copied. Okay. Really forgot to set up as a challenge. When I'm editing, I will be very sad, but luckily we remember that. So in game 3, because I know some player like to play moving, so I will create game 3 of moving, but I'm not going to play it because the reason behind is when playing moving, let's say I go north when start and you go south, so what I saw is not what you can see, so I cannot really explain. I will still set a challenge because I know some player want to play moving, because NMPZ I think is quite difficult for beginners, and I will have less information to share. So I will not pay any NPZ, and the moving link is also down in the description. So this is the end of the today video. If you like this series, remember to subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow.